Hey yo, this is your girl Melanin Audacity, and thank you for tuning in to the Master Elements podcast.
Smash the elements. 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 I get back on camera, man. Welcome to the Master Elements podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your man, Sincere Love to God, with my two co-hosts, the boy DJ RP Beats, other half of Master Elements, the hip hop group, the rap group, you know what I mean? And my big sis, Melanin Audacity, in the place. You know, we're gonna get into, you know, some hot discussions, current events that's going on right now. Appreciate y'all for joining us.
All right, but what we talk about today, we definitely can't do Jay versus Nas today.
No.
Why not? What happened?
I'm not saying.
What?
RP sent you all the he sent you the Bible on that joint.
I just sent her a couple of things. You know what I mean? I was gonna hit her with some real stuff. Like I was gonna start digging, but I kept it light.
I finally found, well, it wasn't hard to find. I finally got around to looking into the Illmatic Freestyle.
Okay.
And my first impression was that I don't know, he might have threw some jabs in there, but I didn't see that was specifically a J diss. I listened to it real quick, so I wasn't trying to follow the timeline, to see how things transpired.
Well, see that right there was a response to Freeway, because what happened was there was a mixtape diss that Freeway set off on him. I believe it was a Clue mixtape. I had it.
I thought it was Free.
No, it was Free. It was actually Freeway, and it was him and maybe two other State Property dudes on that freestyle, and they took shots at Nas on that. And I believe it was over the I Get High beat by Styles P. Mm-hmm. I had the mixtape. I think it was a Clue tape, and they said it. So what happened? So what happened was after that, that's when Nas talked about Beans and Freeway on that quick little right there, like you said, a little quick jab. He didn't go at Jay yet at that time, but then Jay, like you said,
he did though.
Why you say that, sir?
Nah, you know what I mean? He said,
Jay or Rockefeller as a camp.
Right, the camp. Yeah.
I'm saying, but he did mention him by name on a couple of lines. Mention him by name on a couple of lines.
Yeah, see, that's what I want to do. I want to have the songs, the parts that I want to talk about. Anything.
All right, so cool. That's another show then. We're gonna get into that another day.
See, right. I real deep research.
I heard y'all had some good weather up there today?
Yes,
it was beautiful today. Yeah.
I had the plastic off the windows. It was hot.
That's what's up. That's a plastic on the windows. Damn. That's that
folks outside playing golf.
That up top shit, man.
Looking like nothing was going on. They was playing golf outside.
But yeah, so that was one of the things we wanted to get into was, you know, the update on the whole coronavirus situation. You know, some of the states opening, like my state. You know, the media making black people the face of this thing, and you know, all of that type of stuff.
Crazy stuff.
Let's just get straight to Georgia opening, and along with other states.
Yeah, so we opened like last week sometime. I fell back for as long as I could, but on the first, I went back to work. I went back to the barbershop. You know what I mean? I just, you know, being as safe as I possibly can, got strapped up and just rearranged things. You know, we're doing everything by appointment only. So nobody's really waiting around in the shop. You know what I'm saying? You come when it's your turn, you get your cut, you go. You know what I'm saying? I do my sanitation in between all the cuts. I normally do that anyway. And even with the mask, you know what I'm saying? I normally wear gloves and the mask in the springtime because the pollen be bothering me. So that's not even really new for me. But I had the face shield on and all. I had the big.
Yeah, I saw that photo. I was like, yo, I was concerned, bro.
Looked like I was cutting hair on the rim or some shit.
Yeah, I was like, sin, man.
I'm glad that people aren't taking offense to the garb that you have to protect yourself with, and it's nothing personal. It's just they don't know who the carriers are. You may not present any symptoms, and I can't take no chance. So you got that ego out of the equation. I'm glad that I haven't heard any incidents where people have been taking offense to the provider's garb or however, whatever means they need to take to, protect themselves and not take offensively, so that's good.
Everybody know what it is. Everybody know what it is.
And I saw I didn't read the article, but I saw the picture and I had enough. It was like, and you know what? I don't know if this can be an old Jordan, new Jordan came out or something, and the line was around the dang mall to get some Jordan.
I saw that, but I didn't click on it either. But it could be some. But New York Post. What I noticed is I ain't gonna say the New York Post it's fake news, but they definitely be trolling with their headlines. I noticed a real pattern with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? They try to be real salacious and crazy with the headlines. You know what I'm saying? When you really get into the meat of what's going on, it's nothing like what they're trying to say in the headline. You know what I mean? And
you know what because I was about to chime in on that. Like, I noticed like some of that stuff when you click in to be a story from like last year. You know what I'm saying? Like the headline look like it's now, but then when you click in, it'd be like 2019, 2018. You like, whoa.
You gotta vet everything, man. You gotta vet everything. But niggas is definitely outside. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is definitely outside. The crab spots are definitely popping. You know what I mean? People coming to get their hair cut. People going to get their nails done. All that shit. Like, people is outside. Everybody got their masks on and it look kind of crazy out here. But you know, people is trying to live their life and get to it.
I did read a story this morning though, CNN about what happens if they can't develop a vaccine, and that there are several diseases, and they use HIV as an example of how there is no vaccine for HIV, that we will have to learn to live with the condition and make some changes, like HIV, people who have it, they'll have medicines to help with the symptoms. Like HIV, like people are living longer who are HIV positive as opposed to in the 80s. In the point, look how
like you can't pass it on or nothing now.
For them to attempt to get a vaccine for HIV, and remember this popped off in the 80s.
Right.
It's 2020 and there's still no vaccine or anything. So they're comparing what happened with HIV, and it was another disease, I can't think of the name, and the coronavirus. So we may have to be vigilant in protecting ourselves, 6 feet distance and things of that nature. But
a vaccine don't really make sense if they saying that there's no immunity. You know what I'm saying? They're saying just because you had it don't mean you can't get it again. So if that's the case, then a vaccine will be pointless.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was an interesting perspective for, people who are, and I'm sure there are a lot of people, and myself included, was hoping that they could develop a vaccine, but also understanding that that's something that happens overnight. It takes years.
Takes years to develop.
It's supposed to, if you're going to do it the right way and try to be safe and everything, it takes a while.
But you have what I've seen, like you have multiple companies right now. They all trying to develop it at the same time because it's all on that money race.
Exactly. Because whoever first to get it gonna get all the money for the but it is very scary, and you have to take the information that they put out there and apply your own common sense to You know,
absolutely.
Is it logical? Is it, realistic? And not just jump on one perspective and look at me. And that's what I like about how CNN has been actually just having all these different perspectives regarding this pandemic. And I guess for everybody to kind of come to their own conclusions about what they need to do for themselves. But you can't depend on the government to tell you what you need to do to yourself and your family. So once you hear all this info, you have to devise your own family plan or your own personal
absolutely
plan.
Absolutely. You gotta go back to the roots. Gotta go back to the roots out here. All right, so the other thing I wanted to talk about tonight was your man Joe Biden. A couple of things with Joe Biden, actually. The sexual accusations, and also what Diddy had to say about Joe Biden and the Democrats and all that. So I wanted to get into both of those things if we can.
Okay, I'm not familiar with any of it, so I'm listening.
Joe Biden, yeah.
Oh, really?
Bruh.
Yeah. So this is Joe Biden is the Democratic hopeful. He's the guy that they betting on to get Trump up out of there. And Joe Biden got a lot of shit with him. But the latest shit that everybody been talking about is that he was accused. I forgot who the girl is. I didn't get too much into it. But he's been accused of some sexual improprieties. It's not new accusations, but it's the new conversation in the media for whatever reason.
Yeah, because they trying to get rid of him.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is,
That's Trump.
Yeah. So it's Trump. Yeah, and dozens of them guys got multiple accusations against them with proof and all type of shit. The Kavanaugh dude that they just put in the Supreme Court, he has some credible accusations against him. But the thing with the Joe Biden thing is, what I'm noticing is all these Democrats and so-called progressives, left-wing people who was down with the Me Too movement and the Time's Up movement and believe all women and all this stuff, they all saying, we believe Joe Biden. All of a sudden, it's not believe all women anymore. It's like, now it's, we kind of believe Joe. He's our guy. You know what I'm saying? So that was
crazy, yo.
But we knew what time it was with them anyway, because the Me Too girl, the girl who so-called founded the Me Too movement, Tarana Burke, when we was getting on her on Twitter, like sometime last year, she came out and just said, yo, it's not my job to go after white men. Because we was pointing out how, they keep going mad hard body every time a black man gets accused, but they ignoring all the accusations from all these white dudes. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, why is it my job to go after white men? So she's just sticking to her word with this, because she's out here talking about she believes Joe Biden and all this stuff, and he's still electable and all this stuff.
Okay, my question is, was this accusation present during the Obama-Biden campaign?
No. It came out since this whole Me Too movement been making its rounds. So last couple of years, around the same time Trump and Weinstein and everybody else was getting accused, he was in the mix, but it kind of got swept under the rug. Nobody really put a spotlight on it, made a big deal of it. But now, he's the presidential hopeful, so it's coming back up.
Exactly what it was. Was it fondling, whistling, catcalling, actual sexual?
I forgot exactly what she's saying, but a lot of people complain about him just inappropriately touching. And there's a lot of videos.
I saw that.
There's a lot of videos of him on the internet where he's touching on these little girls real weird, like, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
And a lot of people have complained about, his not respecting people's
space,
personal space and all that, and just being real touchy-feely. But I think this girl, she accused him of some crimes.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know exactly what the charges are, but she accused him of some crimes. So I just thought it was funny how these people was just being mad hypocritical and not really holding his feet to the fire the way they do with, you know, every time a black man gets accused.
Yes, absolutely. I would definitely be.
Even Kobe Bryant and Michael Jackson, while they dead in the grave, still trying to drag them to the front. Kobe wasn't even in the grave yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, did Gail ever apologize for that? Like,
no.
She just disappeared, right?
Oh, they made Snoop apologize. Snoop apologized for that.
That was shady, man.
Word up.
That was shady.
She kept doing her 1-2. She's still out here doing what she's been doing.
Yeah, because she played the victim and all that. Like, oh, people trying to hurt me. Oh, like she never apologized for doing that to that young lady, man. Like, that was crazy. Like, she tried to put Lisa in that compromising position. You know what I'm saying? And then LeBron and them had to go and talk to Lisa like, yo, thanks for being a stand-up friend. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a shame that she put you in that position.
Yeah.
That was
I mean, some grimy stuff, man.
His wife forgave him. He had, you know, and I'm not going to say one because I don't know how many indiscretions, but, and not to say that is right, but it's good that we're having a conversation so men know that, you know, it's not okay to put your hands on a woman and touch her inappropriately.
Right.
However, until the conversation was had, that had been kind of the norm. Like, you know, catcalling and being disrespectful of a guy that you holler at you and you don't want to, you know, give him the time of day. Now you a bitch or a hoe and all this kind of stuff. But that mentality.
Yeah, those are sucker niggas that shouldn't be the representatives for black men. That's the thing I don't like about it. Yeah, you got those type of niggas out here that exist, but that's not the majority of us. That shouldn't be what's put up as representing black men. You know what I mean? That's the thing I don't like about it.
Right.
And it just seems like every other race of people who have the same problems, so to speak, with regard to this sexual assault, which is a one word, but it encompasses a lot of things. So it's one step below rape. Rape is actually physically.
Now, some of these niggas got rape. Some of these niggas got rape accusations. Straight up rape.
But are they calling it sexual assault to dumb it down?
Sometimes the media do stuff like that to protect white men. Yeah, they use ambiguous terms and shit.
Smith, when it comes to shit they did, sexual assault. But when it's a black man is rape,
predator,
predator all the time.
Exactly. So if we have to.
Speaking of that, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you.
So extra hard or do more than anybody else when we're trying to uplift our community, make music, be an actor or a celebrity. So who is squeaky clean? Everybody evolves. Maybe they was young and immature, didn't know, but they learned now. So you have to take, when he was 17, 18, okay, yeah, I did touch you, but I was young. Not to say it was right to have touched you, but that's just something, a part of growing up. Boys learn to do better. But now that I'm 75 running for president, you're talking about something I did when I was 16 years old. And but they do it that way as well. But
that does happen. That does happen though.
So, hop on.
That's why the believe all women thing is bullshit. You know, they say that shit when it's convenient.
Right.
Then what about? I saw scrolling through some of these articles. It's so infuriating. You can't just keep reading infuriating article after article after article. You'll go crazy. But I saw somewhere where a white girl accused 4 black teens. She admitted that she lied, and I think they had gone to jail for it.
Yeah. That was Chris Paul. That was Chris Paul, the NBA player Chris Paul. His grandfather got killed in a B&E. Somebody broke in his crib, home invasion, and he got killed. And this white girl testified against these 4 black kids that they was the ones who did it, that she dropped them off over there or some shit like that. And at the time, she was hanging out with them smoking weed. And she's now she's saying that the police made her do that. They was threatening to charge her and all of this stuff if she didn't say that it was them. That the police knew that it wasn't them. They were setting those kids up. So she was young and she was scared and she went along with it. But she just was exercising her white privilege, like, you know,
right,
like they always do.
That sound like that whole Central Park joint. You know what I mean?
Same shit.
All over again. You know?
Same shit. But that was in like Carolina somewhere. But yeah, that was Chris Paul's granddad.
Wow.
That got killed in that shit.
That's crazy, man.
So I hope Chris Paul actually steps in to help these guys out, because these guys are like in their 30s now and they did all that time. I think one of them is dead.
Really?
Yeah, I think one of them died in prison.
That's crazy.
Don't quote me on that, but one of them is definitely dead.
Damn.
But we need to, I don't even know how we could even start to tackle that scenario. Is it just don't even be bothered with them? Like, I can't. It's like, okay, we just try to live amongst and be in harmony, but come on now, like, one person in jail for something they didn't do is the worst thing that can happen to anybody. All who did crimes or committed crimes, rather, should go to jail for those crimes. But if an innocent person spends one day in jail, the justice system has failed. And especially when it's a white against a black, when the white person is automatically going to have an advantage, their word is going to be believed more so or taken as the truth over someone that is not white for the most part. And then unless you have money to fight, which we don't have typically, puts us at a disadvantage, and we end up young men in jail for crimes they didn't commit, and we don't have the money to fight.
Right.
Your money really ain't gonna help you in the justice system anyway. And Bill Cosby found that shit out.
And he's a billionaire.
They got Bill Cosby old ass sitting in there with no evidence or nothing.
And he's a billionaire.
That's
so look what that looked like.
But we also, to me, I think it is. But anyway, back to really quick to just close that out. I mean, we have to try to start brainstorming some ideas around how to address the injustice that we face collectively. Kind of way. I'm not sure that I know that's a giant thing to tackle, but we
definitely need a coalition of lawyers all around the country that's really thorough and really, you know, about that black first life. You know what I mean? That really know them laws, like Johnny Cochran type niggas. You know what I'm saying? We need an army of Johnny Cochran.
Well, we as men, we're gonna have to start making better decisions. Like, as far as who we hang with on that other side, you know, what kind of relationship we're having, where we are. We have to really be sharp and make wiser decisions that won't put us in harm's way. You know, because we've seen these movies before over and over and over again. The same cases, the same scenarios. When are we as men gonna say, you know what? I don't know about that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna put myself in that situation. You know,
I don't really socialize with people from the dominant society like that.
Right.
If I'm interacting with people from the dominant society, we doing business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. But there ain't really too much leisure shit going on. Like, we ain't got nothing.
Right. Facts.
Well, I actually think this is an opportunity for us to start pressing forward with making some whole changes, and that's with the laws as well. Gotta go. This one gotta go. This one gotta go, because it benefits you. And
that's part of what we don't do in our community too. Like, we let our children have too much leeway as far as deciding, you know, which direction they're gonna go in their life, what they want to be when they grow up, and all that. We give them straight up freedom. But when it comes to building a nation, you understand that certain things are needed, certain professionals are needed, and you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we we got enough of this over here. Our family, like in certain communities, the whole family is doctors. The whole family is dentists. You know what I'm saying? Like from grandfather to grandson to the son in between.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not by accident. They chose that for their kid. Like, you're gonna be a dentist, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
That's that bloodline. Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so we need more of that in order to build these infrastructures and these systems. You know what I'm saying? We need to put professional people, but like minds, in place to be able to build a nation and really have a community. Because right now we don't have a community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gotta have institutions.
Absolutely.
Because since we was talking about the stuff with the sexual improprieties and all that, I thought about the article that came out about Denzel, Katie Couric and Denzel. And she was talking about how she did an interview with Denzel like fucking 15 years ago or some shit, like back in 2004 or some shit. And he made me feel so uncomfortable, and he was all over me, like he jumped all over me. And she was like, when you read the article, it sounds like she got raped. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at the transcripts from the interview that she's talking about, the man he kind of checked her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like the line of questioning that she was giving him, she was asking him something about being, how is it being like a Hollywood type of person? And he rejected that. He's like, I'm not a Hollywood type of person. He basically got down to like, I'm a human being, I'm a man, and my job is I'm an actor. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're talking about with all these clicks and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. And she just act like the man raped her because she ain't like how he was her question.
That's that slick stuff, yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's that double.
Yeah, we don't know which one of them is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Right.
We are automatically trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, and we need to start acting fearful of them. And I don't mean cower every time.
I know what you mean. Yes.
Start acting like I don't trust you. No,
right.
You know, this is what you know, because we too. If a white person like us, I don't know, not me, but it's just the mentality.
As a group, yes.
Right. We always embrace everybody. You know what I mean?
I've never needed your approval. I've always been that way.
Right.
Like, cordial, this is a job. I have to be professional.
Be cool.
Like some of the people that I met that are not Black and can have work relationships. That's awesome.
Right.
I love them at work. You know what I'm saying? But don't ask me no question that ain't work related that you don't want the Melanin Audacity answer to. You understand what I'm saying? So we work related, and that's how it can be like that. It don't have to go beyond that.
Right.
Respect, and I respect you. We can coexist. You go home, I go home. We come back to work. We in love again for 8 hours.
Right.
Because I need a job and so do you. Understand what I'm saying? But I don't have to agree with everything you say or accept everything about you. No, I don't.
There's too many of us that desire interracial sex.
Right.
There's too many of us that desire interracial sex. Niggas will put themselves in harm's way.
Yeah.
For fucking some interracial sex.
Trying to explore the unknown.
I want to get into that. Let's do that on the next one, the interracial sex.
Okay.
Okay, and I still want to talk about what Diddy said, the Joe Biden shit too.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Now check us out on part 2.
Part 2.
Smash the elements.